All right, so you go out and you get your new piece and you get your light and you get your optic and you are good to go. You've got your ammo, you're ready to rock and roll. And then you realize you don't have a holster that fits your new setup. So today, for that very reason, specifically with the TLR7 sub, we are gonna be talking about the LAS concealment holsters right here, the Ronin 3.0 and the Saya 2.0, which gives you options to carry your 43X MOS, your 48 with that TLR7 sub, and the SIG 365 with a sub light as well. Now, if the SIG version isn't out on the website yet, it will be soon. I know because my buddy Jeff over at LAS Concealment has my TLR7 sub for the SIG, so he could make the mold for it. And he got these out to me so I could make a video to let all of you guys know, because I'm getting a ton of questions on, is a holster being made right now that's of quality for that TLR7 sub for several of the widely carried options out there. Now, if you are interested in seeing the videos on the TLR7 light specifically, or the 43X MOS, or the 507K right there, the X2 version, I will leave those videos linked down below. But let's go ahead and take a really good look at the quality and the fit of these LAS concealments that you can now carry that slimline or micro compact with the light that we've been looking for right now. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get on with it. The LAS concealment holsters for the TLR7 sub light. We're gonna have the Ronin 3.0 and the Saya 2.0. Obviously, the difference between the two is one has a mag caddy, one does not. So we've got a little bit of something here for everybody. So before we go any further here, make sure you guys get subscribed down there, turn the notifications on, get the video you like if you like what's going on, and let me know your experience if you have any with LAS, or what your favorite brand of holster is. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about first the overall quality of what we got going on here with both of these, just quickly, the options on them so you guys understand the differences between the holsters. So this one specifically will work with the 48 or the 43X and the MOS, whatever you want, with that TLR7 sub light. So if you are looking for the video on the actual light, I will link that down below, or any of the other stuff here, the Hollow Sun or the 43X specifically. I'll leave that stuff below for you to check out. So LAS has got a lot of different options, different colors. You can get different rivet colors. You can get different shot cord colors. Really gonna be up to you. You will have your choice of clips that you want on there. You can get the overhooks like this, which are tuckable should you be wearing, you know, a dress shirt or something like that. There is a little bit of rotation in them. And then you do have some adjustment for height, ride height on there. Everybody likes it different. You can get different height sweat guards. You can get a lot of different things. Totally up to you on how you want to roll with it. As you can see, I just got gray and light gray. The biggest thing I look at when I start looking at holsters is look at the edge work all the way around that holster and just kind of how clean it's done. That finish work on it, all of the edges, it's been sanded and polished to a very fine degree. Even like right there on those edges, you can just see how clean that work is all the way around. And then of course, we're looking for that vacuum molded fit, okay? Because that fit is what's gonna give you your retention. So right in here, you can see right there where my finger is next to that clip, you're gonna see a little divot. What that is your lockable retention. So listen up, you can hear that it clicks in, retention's perfect. You can adjust the retention slightly, but that lockable retention right there is what most of us are looking for in the holster. This obviously is a flexible design with that shot cord in there. You have the option to run this with one of the wedges to get a little bit more concealment, because that's gonna push the holster kind of in towards your body so you don't print with that. And there's use of like minimal of the rivets. So in my experience with holsters, if anything's gonna fail, it's generally gonna be those little rivets. So it all depends on the quality that they're using. LAS uses top quality stuff, and you can see there's just the ones for the shot cord, and this one, some holsters have just rivets all over them. I like mostly screw fasteners because screws tend not to fail. So when it comes to the Saya, you're gonna have the same good quality design, the same tuckable loops right here. These are two of them. Like I said, you can get different options on there, but you're gonna have that really good same finish work on there. And these things are built to kind of go both sides. So you see they're drilled for wedges, drilled to swap your clips around. swap your hook around, do what you want so you can run this right or left. Really cool design. Both of them give you the ability to run the taller sights in them should you want to run like mid-height sights on your chosen setup. Good stuff. And again, this one, that little divot right there is going to give you that lockable retention, which is what we are all looking for. And the quality of them and everything that I've gotten from LAS is just top notch. You know, your mag carrier, depends on what you want to carry. I like the Shield Arms mag. They fit in there. It's more of a press fit. There's not like a lockable retention in there for the like magazine release part right here. But I've never had one of these come out in pretty much any of the holsters I've had. Build quality is solid. Tons of options out there. So let's talk about the cost of these things, how these wear, how comfortable they are, and overall, are you getting a good deal for what you're going to spend on the LAS concealment holsters? All right, so now that you know what those are made like, the quality of those, the options, let's talk about the comfort of these, specifically really dealing with the 3.0 of the Ronin right here, because this is what a lot of us carry. Now, the flexible design is absolutely awesome, but let's think about this. We've got something that's a little bit smaller, which allows us to have a little bit smaller of a holster, less material, which is going to make it more comfortable, because let's be honest, if you're not really comfortable, you might end up not carrying. And I'm a huge proponent of carrying everywhere you can. So I think it's a good idea to get a very comfortable setup. It's going to cost a little bit more than some of the cheaper kind of off the shelf, maybe not as made good stuff, but hey, if you're comfortable, you're going to carry. And let's just face it, 1/4 to 1/2 inch less material around here, or 1/4 inch in width, 1/4 inch in length, can make a big difference in how comfortable that is and just how that feels overall. If you don't believe me, ask your significant other what 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch can do for them. But all joking aside, it does make a big difference in how comfortable you are out there on a daily basis, which is going to go into your belt, your clothing, of course, the holster and everything else. If you're trying to carry something huge, might not be the most comfortable. Well, let's talk a little bit about price. So these are definitely not the cheapest holsters out there. So there are a ton of different options, like I said. The Ronin 3.0 like this, I want to say is right at like the $134 mark. I know he does promos and sales all the time, so you can check for one of those. But that's generally, you're gonna be in that like $120 to $130 range for a good quality flexible holster of this style. And then if you choose crazy colors, different attachments or anything like that, you might pay a little bit more. Now, when it comes to the Seiya 2.0, I wanna say it was like 84 bucks, and that's with the light. So that again is a little bit more than some other options out there, but you're getting what you pay for, both in the quality of the materials and the quality and attention to detail when it comes down to the manufacturing. So you want something that's nice, you go and pay. And I know I say that every once in a while about some certain things, but generally cheap isn't good, and generally good just isn't cheap. So now let's go ahead and dive into how these things actually fit with the clothes that I'm wearing right here today. I don't wear the tightest clothes, I don't wear the loosest clothes. I like to be comfortable. All right, so it is time for the comfort and concealment check, and we'll start with the 3.0 Ronin right there first. Don't make fun of my flabs. If you don't know what flabs are, they are abs made of French fries. So you can see here, it conceals very well. Even if I pull my shirt back, stand up very straight, you can kind of see what's going on with this thing here. Not any real printing besides the end of the pistol grip right there, but still for what I am carrying, you can see very, very concealable. Even if I push my stomach out, you can kind of see how that is going to be able to conceal depending on your clothing type. I've got it with that Groove Life belt right there. I love that because of how thin it is, but this is about the biggest or heaviest thing I would carry with that belt. So again, it's going to give you plenty to grab onto and work with, and it's going to be comfortable because it's all about comfort. So let's go ahead and swap out to the Seiya 2.0. Right, so we've swapped over to the Seiya 2.0. We'll do the flab check again. So you can wear this holster in the front, you can wear it on the side, pretty much a little bit more of a versatile holder than the 3.0 Ronin. But again, I'll pull that shirt back so you can kind of see if it was tighter clothing, how this is actually going to wear, and kind of what you're going to be able to see right there. So in a basic shirt, you know, kind of like I wear like this, it fits very well, conceals very well. Even if I have my hands behind me or I'm turning and reaching, it doesn't really print that bad. And you're gonna have always a little bit of printing. So as you can see, plenty good to go. Again, gives you enough to get that thing out. And then of course, just enough to reholster. Now that groove belt works good with this, but it is a little bit more flexible. So Up to you what kind of belt you wear, but that's a good solid look at how these are going to wear. All right, so you got a little bit of an opportunity there to see my flabs. If you don't know what flabs are, they're abs made of French fries. So I think all of us have suffered for that, especially during the holiday season. We tend to put on a pound or two or maybe 5. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. You had a good chance to see these holsters, kind of how they're gonna fit, how they're gonna wear, the quality, and all of that stuff. If you guys are interested in those, I'll leave those links at the build list. You can check those out. Make sure you guys get subbed up, get belled up, turn those notification icons on. Give the video a like if you like what's going on here. And let me know what you guys want to see. Is there any other holster company out there that you think is on the same level as LAS or Tier 1 or Gerber, any of those companies that you think is maybe underrated out there in the world? Because I'd really like to know. And remember, if you're comfortable, you're gonna carry. You guys get out there in the range, have some fun. And if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. I will see you guys on the next one.